16th person voted out of Zoomvivor Anarchy, and the ninth member of our jury. Karen. Karen, that is 3. That is enough for this vote. Any final words for your tribe?
It's been nice playing with you guys. I'm rooting for you all. Bye.
Bye, Karen.
Alright,
Bye.
Karen played such a great game, but unfortunately this time, tribe has spoken. Alright, here we go. Final 4. Congratulations, guys, on making it this far. Now we will go to our final immunity challenge, where you have a shot on making it to the end. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the last stretch.
That was a blindside. I was blindsided. I didn't know what was gonna happen. That is definitely the first blindside of my game. I was shocked, but since we're playing it on Zoom, I don't want to seem too shocked. I played it cool. But after reflecting, I realize now that it's probably best for my game to let go of Karen because Karen has the beefiest resume among all of us who are left in the game, simply because she was supposed to be the first person to go and she made it until the final 5. So that is in itself impressive. She has received the most votes. She won like one challenge. She is the antithesis of my game. So it's perfect in many ways that I got blindsided because it actually benefited me.
I really felt comfortable. Like, yes, okay, so things are going great with this trio. One of us just has to win the final immunity challenge, and I think things are really gonna go well. If one of us wins, and then we can make it to the end together. So I'm really optimistic that things will turn out well, and our chances to make it to the end are much bigger. So yeah.
I bet that people who really want to vote you out early on this game are really happy to really see you going and being there with them at the jury. You're a really great person. I mean, just so great. I really like her. Like we click. We really click. Like if it's not Rain, Karen is my ROG. But yeah, you have to go. You're a great player, and you have to go because yeah, just because.
So I'm tired as fuck at this point, and I know I should be feeling other emotions. Really, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted to the point that I am like a game bot, like a literal game bot running on fumes. And I know I should be hurt over doing that to Karen, especially after the bond we built and after the people we taken out together and after all the scheming we've done, whether just between me and her or me, her, and Rain. But I'm thinking to myself, I'll just apologize to Karen later on. I'll apologize to her after the game. I'll apologize to her when this is aired. I'll apologize to her when she's seeing this. But in the game, my game is more important than Karen's game. And I'm just hoping that she's gonna respect that.
So I guess in some lucky break, my first blindside, the first time that I got blindsided, was actually beneficial to me. So Stan, thank you. You actually did the dirty work for me. So with that, I'm just happy that I'm still here in the game.
I like um I think like I've said this before, like I didn't expect that I would make it this far. Like I don't know if I should believe in myself more or if I should give myself a pat on the back. But then I'm still like at awe with, wow, Jet, you made it to top four. Yes, good job. Yeah, I'm just really glad that I made it this far. As in from not wanting to be the first one to go home to making it to top four. Like that was such a huge achievement.
This point of the game, it's actually exhausting right now. I mean, it's what, 6 a.m. or I don't know what time is it even. And we just have to keep on moving. It's a pleasure to be here, sitting right next to great players in this game. And it's also a very big pressure at this moment. Just big pressure. But I'm really happy. I never expected to be sitting for the at the final four. I expected to be voted out at final six. But yeah, here we are. Just try it. Just moving.
But at this point, so many emotions are running through my head. All the American players have been eliminated, which is a bad look on us, and that's really bothering me so much. It bothers me because we didn't intend for it to go this way. It was really a reaction on my part and on Rain's part because Lee started calling out all the other Americans and started to have them gang up on us with him, even though he didn't really have the numbers. And it spooked the Filipinos and really strengthened their bond. And for me, it just made sense to go where the numbers were. And I can say this as much as I want, but to you who's watching this, it's also easy to say, fuck those guys. They were being they were thumping their chests at this conflated sense of nationality. And it just really wasn't the case. So, aside from that, there's the specter of my previous games because I made it to Final Four in a couple other games in the past, and that was as far as I've gotten.
So I'm now in the final four. I Of course I plan to get here. I expected to get here, but I did not expect to get here with the people that I am with. If it were up to me, I wanted it to be me, Gage, Garrett, and Kristen. But of course, shit happens, and it didn't happen as I planned. But what matters is I'm here. I'm still thinking about the last vote when Karen was voted out, which means to me is that I no longer have control of the votes. Jet and Mans. But I expected Stan to lie to me. I did not expect that from Jet and Mans, which means I am on my own. These people are going to vote me out if I lose the immunity challenge, and it sucks that I will be voted out on day 38. And it's like I couldn't I could even think about it. But I look back at my game, it is not perfect. It is sometimes messy. I got kind of emotional, but I just always revert back to the idea that it's all about control. Not just controlling other people and their votes and how the game goes, but it's also about controlling yourself. Making sure that you're making the right decisions. And I feel like I made the right decisions. It's just that I'm now thinking perhaps I did something wrong along the way because I am now in a position where I have to win the next immunity challenge or else I'm gonna be voted out. There's just no other option for me now.
And I'm really excited. So I'm really excited for the next game, for how it will turn out. I'm actually nervous because I never have gotten very near to the final tribal council. I don't know what to expect if I ever get to that. I don't have anything in place for that. That's something I never planned. So I'm not ready if I ever get there. I don't have yeah. Other players, they prepare speech at as soon as they get to the merge. But for me, I haven't planned final six because that's what I always get. But right now, it's a big pressure. But it's something I will not I will not easily back down from. So yeah, let's see how it goes and just go along.
So I had that baggage of not breaking through the final four vote. So I had to ask myself, do I have it? Do I have it in me to make it past this round? So the first thing I did was to ask James, are you going to give us any of the final four tiebreaker bullshit twists? And the moment he said no, the moment he clarified that it was a pure vote, I was like, I've got this. I need to make my move right here. I need to win the final immunity challenge, and I need to take Rain out myself.
You know, this is the game that I played. I just have to follow through, and let's just hope that I win. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just so happy. I'm happy that it's these people as well. I mean, I always knew that Stan is going to backstab me or betray me at some point, and I actually prepared myself for that. So when it happened with the Karen vote, it was it was rather calm, and I approached it with so much logic and uh, so much understanding of his move. So I wasn't really too mad about it, but I know that I need to do something. Mads, I wasn't really too upset about as well because I understand that you know we haven't been noticing her, but at the end of the day, she has been building a good resume. She's making sound judgment, and she has an awesome game. So that means her vote of Karen with and eventually, I mean, I'm guessing she's gonna vote me out, is her ultimate game, and that is something that I am kind of impressed with. Jet to me is the question mark because the thing is, in any permutation of the final three, there's no way that Jet is going to win. Jet will win if he is sitting beside a cactus plant and a huge rock. I probably vote for the cactus plant for attitude, whatever. But Jet is just playing to lose. So that means I need Jet. Okay, I'm realizing that now. I need Jet to vote out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm rambling on because I feel like this is it. I'm going to lose. I'm losing. I'm losing the game. I can feel it. I can feel it because there's three people who are probably gonna help each other. I don't know. It's just, oh God. Why? Why did I put myself in a situation where I have to win the final immunity challenge? That's so wrong. It's not good.
Yeah, like my main approach to this challenge is to just really do my best. Just give it my all, and I hope that I can win in the end.
I will not give you guys any break from this. We will go on to our final immunity. There will be 3 stations to this final immunity challenge. First person to finish the third station wins final immunity. Pretty simple. I will not say the instructions because the instructions are there in the link that I will send you.
Yes, girl. Yes. Is this HHH type?
Ano yung HH?
What's HHH?
The one person wins immunity, and the person who wins immunity is going to pick one person, and the other two are going to fight it out over like another challenge
We don't know.
to win a spot.
James, can we find out? We have to know what we're playing for.
Right. For this final immunity challenge, you are playing for immunity. Just immunity. No decisions, just immunity.
So we're getting a pure round of voting at 4.
Yes. No twists this time. We're tired of seeing so many twists this game. So we're gonna dial it back for this round. Just to set your expectation, guys. So this is how it's gonna go again. I've just sent to go all guys the link. Don't seen it yet. And once I say go, you click on the link. The instructions will be there. There are 2 stations that's in that link, and then the third once you're done with the 2, you're gonna go to another link which leads you to a puzzle where you need to finish a puzzle, and the first person to finish that puzzle at the end wins final immunity. Okay, everyone ready? Mads, are you ready? Did you click the link na? Rain, ready?
Yes.
Jet. Stan, in
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go! Again, you can resize the images so that it fits. First station is to arrange the following players according to boot order. Again, before you proceed to the next station, have it verified first by the host. The first slide, if you're done with the first slide.
Oh, done with the first slide.
Please check. Can you have it? Can I see it?
Done with the first slide.
Okay, Stan is correct. You can proceed to the next station. Jet is incorrect.
Check, please.
That is correct, Rain. Rain can proceed to the next station.
Check, please.
Still incorrect.
Check.
So, I mean, do I have to separate?
Check, please.
Yes. Incorrect. Jet's still incorrect.
Check, please.
Incorrect.
Check, please.
Incorrect, Jet.
Check.
Checking right now.
Check, Stan. James.
That is correct, Rain. Stan, checking Stan. And that is correct,
Check, please.
Jet. That's still incorrect.
Check, please.
Incorrect.
Check, please.
Incorrect.
Check, please.
Incorrect.
Check.
And that is it. Congratulations to Rain. You have won our final immunity challenge. Congratulations, Rain. You have won our final immunity. Safe to the final tribal. Jet, you're always placing Lauren in the beginning. The first boots next to Migs. The
Yeah.
ones, so that's where you're.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Alright, congratulations, guys. Give you guys 5 more minutes.
It was so delicious when it was announced that I won immunity, and Stan was just like dumbfounded because he was like, well, that's the only thing that you needed to do to make sure that you win this game, which is to beat me in a slide puzzle. And you didn't. And that sucks for you. So sorry, Stan, but you know.
If I could punch through the computer at that point, I would have, but I just got this computer. I'm still paying for it, and I would be incredibly stupid if I did that. I was really pissed, and that's an understatement, that Rain won. And I know my ass is cooked right now because Rain can easily convince Jet and Mads that I'm the biggest threat and that they would be better off taking me out. And then I had a plan that popped into my head right after that. And I was like, what if everybody voted 2, 1, 1? So Rain has the immunity idol because she won the challenge. There are no more idols in play. And I know Rain is hell-bent on taking me out.
At this point, I'm just so happy that I made it here to the end. That means I get to defend my game, which is probably misunderstood by a lot of people. And that's okay because the important thing is I have a chance to explain why I did the things that I did. And that's something that I look forward to. But before getting there, I need to make sure that I'm choosing the right people to be sitting with me. And at this point, there's really no way that I want Stan to be there.
So for this part, yay, final four. Um, Actually, I don't have a lot of choices right now. It's either I go to the final tribal council or I don't go to the final tribal council. So I'm just going to do whatever I want. I don't want to follow Rain. I don't want to work with Stan. I don't like to work with Rain at this point. And I don't think Jet would want to work with me.
For one, bittersweet that Rain won. Like, yay, she's gonna make it to the end. Like, in some way or another, I know she's going to be a strong. Bittersweet in such a way that I know she's going to be a strong contender to be a winner. While at the same time, it's very bitter because I knew one of us was going home. While at the same time, I was kind of embarrassed by how terrible. Like, I feel so embarrassed by how terrible I played that challenge. Just because I couldn't figure out where to play certain people and not to be mean or anything. But then there were certain times when I couldn't tell who's this again or who's this again. I was just like, oh, so yeah, not my best moment, but your best. Yeah, not my best moment.
No, I mean, like, we're not. I just want to say that I really didn't feel so bad about, being blindsided about the last vote. I get it. I understand it. Being targeted at this time, I mean, previously, was something that I expected. And, I've been doing this game for 2 days now with the 4 of you. Really.
Yeah.
Karen was not really a part of this group. You know that.
Yeah.
Just had to bring her in. And I understand that there were some concerns about me and Karen and all of that. But, I am going to stay loyal with you anyway. But but we had to do what we had to do, and that's understandable. I have nothing but love for the three of you. I don't want to sound cheesy and shit, but I made friends here, as in, and yeah, thank you guys. I mean,
Yeah, it was such a journey. Like, I honestly thought I would go out first. To be honest, like, I went into the game with no expectations, no experience, little knowledge about Survivor. But I'm really glad with I'm really happy with all of the people that I met here. And it was exhausting, like, emotionally, physically, socially. But I'm really glad that I went through this experience.
I wasn't supposed to be here. Alam niyo yan, di ba?
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be here. The fact that I'm
you
here is
jumped.
sobrang insane. Yeah, so like, fuck. I'm just really happy that I'm here, pero to make it to Final Tribal, parang shit. Ibang klase rin.
Sinasolve ko pa rin yung puzzle, by the way.
There were times that I couldn't remember who certain people were, especially the earlier parts. I was like, oh no, like because we weren't in tribes, like we weren't in Mata's tribe, so I couldn't fully remember who some of the earlier people got out with there. It's true.
yeah, but no, I was telling Jet na the moment that I saw that rainbow heart sa background niya, I knew that I wanted to work with him. That's why I put up my flag today, because that was our GC is called LGBT Tribal Call. So just so we have a visual reminder that no matter what happens, we are, bound together in many ways. Because yeah, it was. Karen knew she was going for some reason. I didn't know how. She hinted me about playing the idol for her. But I told her that I will be playing the idol for myself.
Bakit hindi ko alam na may idol? Nakakaloka si Ate Chris.
I found two actually.
So, saan galing tong Final 5 idol?
No, the Final 5 idol was the one that I got on the merge feast.
Okay.
And the first one was during the numbers challenge.
Okay.
Kaya hindi ako masyado naka-participate sa numbers challenge kasi I knew that Casey would find it kasi di ba yun yung after nung swap. So I just needed to make sure na sa atin yun. My God, the things that we had to do stand to the foreigners, to the Gage and Garrett, because they were really trying to find
They were really
it.
trying. Oh.
But I think, we got there first.
So is every Survivor game this intense?
Yes.
No,
Rain is the authority.
I've played a lot of these. No, it isn't usually this intense. But Stan played one, I know. But was that intense for you, Stan?
Oh, maaga ako natanggal dun. So, nagutom lang ako.
No,
pero maaga
dito,
ako natanggal.
but you know what? Whenever I'm playing with Americans, they are like this. They're more intense because Filipinos are generally cordial and they don't want to hurt, the feelings of others, ganyan. Kaya they tend to be like nicey nice. Pero the Americans, they are like gung-ho, let's do it.
Kaya nga ang dali nilang kausap eh. Every time sa OG Chaos. Okay, vote natin si ganito. G lang, okay, no problem. Go.
Totoo ka, mas mahirap kausap ng Pilipino. Wishy-washy kasi. Kasi they would tend to lie more because ayaw nilang ma-hurt yung feelings mo.
Guys, I have a question before we go to tribal. Did you see yourself reaching the top 4?
No.
No! No!
Pero yes and no.
Yes.
Yes to the extent na parang it's like, okay, it's a goal to go for. Parang no is the realistic na, parang this is
Not that much.
A community of people already that know each other, people who are more knowledgeable talaga. It's like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I saw myself sitting here at the final four. But I didn't see myself sitting on the final three. I thought I would be gone by 4 or 5. Ganyan. That's medyo half expected ko yun. So when the Karen vote happened, I was very shocked because, totoo naman kasi sinipagan ko naman talaga. So I worked hard and I know that some people at some point are gonna see that as a threat. So I had no hard feelings when people were, gonna blindside me, whatever. But it is the game. I understand that.
Manifest lang, yes. Pero no after the swap. I thought I was really fucked.
But we have to admit, Stan, subtly talagang kinukuha natin yung Filipino numbers by that time. We were making sure that an American was going, especially when Jeff was voted out. And then Bea was voted out from the other side. I mean, at least to me, it was clear that, okay, they were doing it like this. And then the moment that we thought we had a swap, and then Karen immediately spilled the beans to me that they adapted Christine and they just played an idol to save each other. I knew what was happening, that they were ganging up on us. So there really wasn't no point to, I understand there is, it's still an option, but when Garrett was targeting Karen and wasn't letting go of Lee, we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Natakot lang
He
kami kasi
identified all the Americans in his alliance. I was like, uh-oh.
tapos si Lila lang kasi talaga medyo
Flip-flop.
Very obvious din kasi yung mga MN nilang alliance with the Americans. I mean, it's not a nice play alliance, charot. And it's not solid to play with them.
I agree with you naman, Mads. I felt like the creation of the Filipino alliance was basically a reaction to what we were observing. It wasn't like, tara, let's go Pinoy. No, it wasn't really like that. It was really a reaction to what we were seeing. It was then Jeff. The first
Yeah.
no. The first boot was a Filipino. And they first targeted Karen, and then the first boot was Migs, and then Jeff. We were like, okay, we see what's going on. It's all right. But of course, we had to lie at some point to make sure that we have the numbers. So
Yeah, I felt it also yung when we merged and then we were parang diba there was chaos and then there was Filipino. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick first to what's
Chaos.
already established because I trust them. And then as soon as parang the vote didn't turn out, they shut me. I was like, okay. guess.
Did you see how Garrett was not budging?
Yeah.
What Garrett wants, Garrett was gonna get. So when we decided that it's time for Garrett, it was just like basically we just laid it down. It's Pinoy's. No matter how much we hide it, it's there. But I'm glad that we got it here. We got here because they weren't afraid to go hard on Jet during TC, go hard on Mads during TC. They were really
Oh, they're not shy. Yeah, they're not shy.
Yeah.
I could sense that I was targeted for negging. And I was like, it's okay. I'll just let it pass.
I think what they were trying to do with you, Jet, was that they saw you as at the bottom of the alliance and they wanted to shake you off.
Yeah.
Because they thought, Garrett told me that the pairs were Stan and Rain, and Mads and Leela, and Boris and Karen. That's the pairs that they saw. And they saw... Exactly. And they saw Jet as someone who is free. So I guess they leaked that information to Lauren, so they wanted to, That's why I asked Garrett, why are you not giving up Lee? I will give up Karen if you give up Lee. Let's do Lee first. But instead, what he told me was, oh no, let's do Leela, or let's do Jet, or let's do whatever. It was clear to me what was happening. I told Stan about this all the time. It really was just... The thing is, they were gonna do the same thing. If ever that we worked with them, it will be Stan and I in Lauren and Gage's place. I think. Baka
For
nga
sure.
earlier pa.
For sure.
Like, to be quite honest, there wasn't a very I didn't have a clear plan or clear idea of what was going to happen. Because Rain said one thing, then Stan said the other thing, and then Mad said something else, and I'm like,
So since I don't have a lot of choice right now, and I don't have a lot of sleep, I just decided any to do something very random. Yeah. So at this point I don't want to work with Rain. I don't want to work with Stan, and I don't think Jet also wants to work with me, even if would want to. So my only option is, what if I tell them to vote me out? Um, Aside from the fact that I'm nervous going to tribal council, this is something very unusual that I can do. So I just told Stan to vote for me, Jet to vote for me.
oh, I'm not sure of what's going to happen anymore. And then at a certain point, Mad said, oh, I think you should vote for me because I'm not so sure if I can really go into final tribal council. And I was like, okay, I respect that. I'll vote for you. So there. And then Rain told me, oh, I'm voting for Stan. Um, yeah. So I was like, okay, but
So I talked to Jet and I talked to Mads individually, and I tried to see where their heads were at. Jet was like, I really want to make it to the end, and I want to make it to the end with you, Stan. So let's take out Mads. Like, all right.
Because I think he is very eloquent, he's well spoken, he's better than me in speaking, and he's very cool and calm. So that means he will outtalk me. So all target now should be on Stan, and I just need to make sure that Jet and Mads will vote for Stan because come on, I mean he is going to win this just on the virtue of final tribal council alone. So yeah, we need to vote out Stan.
And then Mads went up and talked to me and said, Stan, please vote me out. I know that Jet wants to vote me out. Just take me out. I don't want to make it to the end. And I was like, I think he's telling me that one person's voting for me, one person's voting for Jet, one person's voting for Mads, and I'm the deciding vote? Holy shit! That's perfect. The 2-1-1 vote is so rare that I'm not even sure if anybody has done that successfully in US Survivor. But I know that Luke Toki did it in Australian Survivor at the final 5 in season 4 when he sent Baden back to camp, worked with Pia, and got Abby out because he knew Abby and Harry were voting in different directions. So the difference here is that I'm not working with anybody in particular, but I know where all the votes are going. Rain is voting for me, Jet is voting for Mads, and Mads is voting for Jet. That guarantees me final 3 already. And now it's a matter of who I want to take the final 3 with me. And I didn't win final immunity. That control and that information. So I'm thinking to myself, do I go with Jet, who doesn't seem to have much of a connection with anybody on that jury? Or do I go with Mads, the person who literally fell asleep in the middle of the game? Someone I can throw under the bus because she was somebody who seemed to disrespect the game, and somebody who didn't even want to be at Final Tribal Council in the first place. She's serving me all of the arguments up on a silver platter, and all I have to do is make a decision.
Final 4. This is your jury. Karen voted out last tribal council. So, Rain, being a sure spot in final 3, winning the final immunity, how are you gonna base your vote in terms of who you want with you in the end?
Well, the thing is, I was looking at the final 4, and I was thinking that Stan was definitely one of the biggest threat. But I gave my word to Stan that we are going to go to the end. However, during the last vote, I was blindsided. I didn't know that Karen was leaving. I was told that it was going to be Jet by everyone. And then I was left as the last person kind of in the minority for the first time in this game. So I felt like by blindsiding me and not telling me how the votes will go, it gave me so much liberty in doing what I needed to do, which is to vote out the last person who I think is going to beat me to the end. But of
That was
course,
by design. We had to figure out a way to make Rain look vulnerable because Rain has been the all-knowing, omniscient, omnipotent, dominant player in this game, and that was the one vote where Rain had no idea where the votes were actually going, and that was us, Jet, Mads, and myself taking this game to our hands.
yeah, I mean, like, props to you guys. I mean, I didn't know that was happening. Although Karen did tell me that she was feeling something, that's why I guess she was sending me feelers to play my idol for her, but I decided to play it for myself just in case. Because I remember when we had a tribal council where Lauren was talking about that, the threats aren't, the challenge beasts aren't going to be targeted. But, after winning 4 or 5, come on, you are going to be targeted. So I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know when, so I held onto that idol for as long as I can. I held onto my alliances for as long as I can. And when, it comes down to it, I had to win the final immunity to get here, to get to the end.
Rain wasn't
So,
shy. She wasn't shy at all about letting people know where the idols were at. So I knew that Rain had that idol. It was so hard not to make a new one.
Okay, Mads. So, same question. What's your basis for this vote gonna be? Because this is the last time you can vote.
Well, to be honest, there are a lot of votes that I just pitched who I want to be out of the game. So okay, let's vote this person out, and then okay, that's good. I've been very straightforward when it comes to how I want the decision of my alliances would be. And for this game and for this vote, I would be voting for what I just really want. Not really because of alliances that I formed, but what I want my game to be.
Jet, same question.
I guess I'm voting on the basis of thinking of the different relationships that I've built already with the people that are left in the top 4, while at the same time making sure that I'd make it to the end. And yes.
Stan.
It's still about playing to win. So this vote is in the name of getting myself in that position to win.
All right. We will not put things any longer because now it is time to vote. Good luck to you, Final Four. You know the drill.
You've been such a wonderful competitor, and I'm glad I was able to play with you. And I hope that this vote simply helps you to the end.
I may not have won that final immunity, but if I can pull off this 2-1-1 here at the final 4, it will be the last additional move I can put in my arsenal to show that I've still been able to maneuver within my circumstances. This is still a master stroke, given my situation.
Okay, I now have the votes. I will read the votes. Again, good luck to the Final Four. Alright. First vote. Stan. Jet. 1 vote Stan, 1 vote Jet. Mads. 1 vote Stan, 1 vote Jet, 1 vote Mads, 1 vote left. 17th person voted out of Zoomvivor Anarchy and the final member of our jury. Jet. Jet, this vote that is 2. That is enough. Any final words for the tribe?
Thank you guys so much for the experience. Love you all. Good luck. Good luck to whoever wins.
Congratulations, Jet. You played a great game. For someone who doesn't have any knowledge about the game, you sure played to the best that you can. And you should be proud of that. Congratulations against Jet.
Thank you.
And the tribe has spoken.
Are you okay, Mads?
Alright, final 3. Congratulations, guys. This is now your chance to prove to the jury that you deserve to win.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping that I would make it to the end, but I'm pretty happy with how far I've come. Similar, echoing what James said, as someone who has little to no knowledge about Survivor and little experience playing a game like this, I couldn't imagine making myself this far, and knowing myself also, I think I kind of surprised myself with how far I was able to make it. So bittersweet, but more on the happy side. Na I think Stan said it very well. Na Rain came out as very omnipotent, and I could tell that she had a lot of experience in terms of being able to communicate with a lot of people and really being able to build a lot of social relationships that got her ahead. So I think she really played a really strong game. And I think it's an added bonus that she dominated a lot of the individual immunity challenges. Well, I voted for Mads because I initially thought that's what you were going with. But yeah, so that's who I thought I should have gone home. But things turned out differently. That's okay. Who do I want to win? To be quite honest, I'm still deciding. Is that okay? Is that an okay answer? I'm still deciding. I want to see how they all present themselves at the end. Yeah, because I don't know, maybe something might be brought to life. Okay.